behave yourselves. No behavior. Because
Yeah, that's it.
guess what we're talking about today?
Yeah. It's carnival.
Take a jump, take a
Yeah.
jump, take
Who
a
sang that?
jump. No,
That's
take a
true. We uncultured as you all will hear.
Yeah. So hi guys.
Yeah.
Who am I? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm Amirah,
I'm Raven.
and this is
Unfiltered. Carnival Edition.
Boop 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 boop.
Yeah. We outside.
We back
Or are we?
again. Or are we?
Are we?
Good question, Raven.
Yeah. Are we outside?
So again, you see how we started this episode? Chaotic, a little vibesy, and a little extra vibesy.
little
We showing a little neck and what we talking about today? Carnival.
Carnival. Carnival.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's bad because I think about the Chinese Parang song, and that's very bad. Chinese Parang, Chinese Parang, Chinese Parang. That's how they something. Ching chong. Whatever. That's not good. Anyways, I guess I
Just to make it clear.
We are talking about Carnival today.
We are.
And
Trinidad and Tobago.
And you know what? We want to tell you all about our experiences with Carnival. We want to tell you all, we just want to touch a little bit on history.
Yeah.
You know, say what it was then, what it was now, a little things.
Some, yeah.
And you know what? This is, Raven and I both have little experience.
Little fun.
But we're gonna dive into that, and you'll see why we had very little thing.
If you've been, with us from the beginning, you would know why.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are new here, let's get into it.
Yeah. So, I guess let's talk about how Carnival originated.
Okay.
Right? And then we'll dive into our own experiences. And so, Carnival originated when late 18th century, around there, from the French settlers. They used to throw these elaborate masquerade balls, and it was a festival before Lent.
Right.
Lent, right? As you all know, party, shake bamsi, ends on Tuesday.
Lent is
Wednesday,
yeah.
right? And on this year, actually, for those of you who don't know, Ramadan is starting on Wednesday for the Islamic community. So, it's very, we aren't religious, but it's nice to see that different religions and different cultures can come together in that space
of time.
Yeah, it's really nice to see.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them. They used to do these big elaborate masquerade balls, and it was there were slaves, African slaves, and they used to see this big celebration going on, and of course they weren't able to partake in that celebration. So in turn, they started their own traditions.
Yeah.
And long story short, I think Raven will get a little bit into But long story short, that is what we will call Carnival today, because they weren't allowed to take part in all the shenanigans that was going on. Yeah.
Okay, so I know of Kambuli,
yes,
right? And they had the Kambuli riots. I can't remember when exactly, but it kind of continues from your story where they were doing their thing. They're in the streets with these torches and stuff. They're making noise. They're doing their thing as they do.
Yeah.
And I think it was the British at this time. British authorities allegedly.
Yeah.
They came and tried to shut them down. And in that year, they gave in. They let them take away their stuff, and they just they call it a night. But then the next year, they went back out with their torches, their drums, they singing, and when the authorities came, they actually fought back, and then that's where the stick fighting comes from.
Right.
And that is the reason, them pushing back at that time is the reason that we still have Carnival today. If they would have given in, we, you know, that was it, party done there. But they fought back. So Kambule to date is a reenactment of that night. You know, the sixth. I've never been, but I do want to go this year because, like, I'm a nerd. I like history and thing, and I like spirituality, and I think Carnival is inherently spiritual in that it represents freedom. But you know, to see something like intentionally be like based in the history and the spirituality of the thing and the resistance, and I would love my introduction to Carnival in that sense to be, okay, let me see what the history was really about. Let me experience this, you know, the origin of it before I, you know, kind of get immersed in the what we know Carnival as to the partying and, you know,
wine and dramas, I like to call it.
Yeah. So I think I also would love to watch like traditional mass.
Yeah.
Because that's also something I've never done. But yeah, I want to start there. Kambule traditional mass. I don't know if I'll watch mass this year. But you know, that's what I'm thinking of starting.
That's nice. I think stick fighting is probably like one of the few traditions like that remains to this day, because I mean, we'll talk about this a little later on without me getting too much into it. A lot of the traditions that used to be done, it isn't done today anymore. And it's really nice to see that they bringing that back, because I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't have
I'm not sure.
Fighting. I think that was brought back this year. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's what I think.
I want to say though, there are these local films out right now called Mass and Movies.
Yes.
And did you watch it?
I did not see it, but I saw lots of people on social media promoting it.
Yeah, it's really good, especially if you are interested in getting to know the history. You could get to know it through film. So there are some films, like they're called Mass Prep. There's like three Mass Prep films within it's like 6 films or so for $60 at Movie Town, and different concepts. So some of them they show you like Mass Prep, and it's filmed kind of like documentary style, so you're going behind the scenes. The guy, like one of them, there's this guy who's doing stick fighting, so we walking through the bush with him as he going to cut the stick. I think it's from a guava tree, I can't remember, it was something, probably not guava. We get to see him make his stick. We get to see him as he's fighting, and they're having conversations with you, talking like I said, documentary style. Yeah, it was so cool. And they did that, like I said, 3 Mass Prep episodes, so you get to go behind the scenes to different traditional mass characters to see how they like prep. Yeah. So that's for me, as somebody that is interested in Carnival, and especially the history of it and like the roots of it, seeing that for me is like, wow, like, yeah, like I start to feel patriotic and say, first of all, I'm Guyanese, right? Like, but I feel patriotic when I think about like Trinidad history. I mean, I grew up here. I came here when I was 4. So basically like as a Trini, right? But like for a very long time, I felt very disconnected from both places, especially as we're gonna get into like growing up religious and not being allowed to experience certain things. Like, you know, Carnival, like that's revelry and God do like that, and you know, like even just going to watch, like that was not something I had the opportunity to do. And I think that like not being allowed to engage with Trinidad culture contributed to me feeling like, you know, I don't really fit in here. I don't belong here. I don't know anything here. So like, I don't feel Guyanese. I don't feel Trinidadian. Like, what am I? Like, I don't have anything really. But yeah, learning more about it being so like immersed in the culture, like everything I learn about the history, everything I learn like through the media, and like there've been a lot of people like putting out videos just in general, like this is what the Blue Devil really is, and like just a lot of educational content out. Something about this year, the energy this year as it relates to like Carnival has been very strong.
I agree. I 100% agree. I realized this year they had a lot of information released on it. They had a lot of opportunities for people to partake and that was free.
Yeah.
And I love that because, I mean, again, we'll get into that a little later, but, you know, Carnival is a bit expensive for some people, again, compared to what it was and what it is today.
Yeah.
It's lost its touch a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you know all that, but I want to get into the growing up part, and as both of us, it's very common. I mean, it's common. It's a common thing between the both of us growing up religious and having the opportunity to not having the opportunity to indulge in any carnival activities. And I mean, for those people who know, I talked about this before, like growing up in an Islamic family, right? I was aware of Carnival, right? And in school, I would have learned the meaning of Carnival and the history of Carnival and what it truly is. And I always
was it a drama class for you? When did they teach you all about? Was it a history?
Social studies.
Okay.
Primary school, but
right. Yes.
Yeah.
We did do that then.
Yeah, and then like as I got older, like into high school, you go, you know, more deeper into history and whatever. And I always thought it was such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
For the meaning behind Carnival is
where it came from.
Exactly where it came from. This is people of Trinidad is a very mixed place, right? It's people from all different backgrounds, economical status, different identities, different everything. Everybody comes together to express themselves, and it's a form of like, it's just freedom. When I think of Carnival, I think of freedom.
It's an authentic expression, like the freedom to express yourself authentically.
And you know, I always thought it was a very beautiful thing, and as I always thought it was a beautiful thing, but I feel like I never fully understood it, right? Because all I heard growing up is, you know, people just doing this to show off skin, and because they're wearing these skimpy clothes, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm never going to ever get to do that, because I know the type of family that I grew up in. They would never ever allow something like that. And I was like, you know what, I just made peace with it,
with not having the experience.
And I think that is why up to this day I still have not indulged in Carnival. I've never been to a fete, I've never been to Juve, and I've never played mass. Like I need to experience it all, right? And I think because I have not experienced it, like I've gone through so much of my life not experiencing it, I don't feel the rush to. I mean, I really want to. Don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to Carnival. Don't think I'm opposed to Carnival. I love Carnival. Like, I love what I see. And even though it's a little further from where it originally started, it's still at its base, it's still freedom, and it's still people expressing themselves, and that's the most beautiful thing you can think of. And like, again, like growing up, when I was in primary school, we always, for every single carnival, we had a jump up.
I didn't get to go to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I actually got chance to go to my school's jump up. And however, like, there used to be these children costumes, and like, I didn't get to do that part. And it was like, always like, how they could get costumes? Like, what do I have to do to, get that? In the back of my mind, I'm like, you aren't gonna get to put on that costume, So I always just like watched from afar. But again, always so intrigued. And yeah, it's just growing up not given, the chance to even, like you just have that fear in you of not even expressing wanting to
do it,
or like expressing like, oh well, this might actually be a nice thing, or oh, that costume is nice.
It looks, just
nothing.
General interest in that direction.
Yes, and it's crazy to see like a lot, like I'm gonna say like Islam, for example, right? Well, then not even Islam, like religious people in general. You'll shame Carnival, right? And you'll say, oh, it's just people in skimpy clothes and this and that, but you still listen to the music. You still listen to the music.
Some of them won't even do that.
That's true, That's true.
Yeah, because like my family, like not allowed to listen to anything except gospel music.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so for some people might catch you that, but some people have very like devout, religious people who is like, they like pride themselves in, I don't do this, I don't do that, so I'm like checking all the modesty boxes or whatever.
Yeah. I remember, like, side note, I remember one time it's always when I was traveling in a maxi, right? Coming up the road. And this elderly gentleman came into the maxi. As he sat down, he was like, driver, can you change the station, please? So the driver was like, because it was playing like, I think it was dancehall or soca or something like that now. And of course it's on the radio, so obviously like the words are like bleeped out, like the bad words are bleeped out or whatever. But he wanted him to change the station, and the driver was like, no, if you don't like the music, come out the maxi. And the man actually came out the maxi. Like, I mean, that's kind of crazy for you to want the driver to change the station. But that was like me growing up, always wanted to take part. And not being able to. And I always felt very repressed. Right?
Real.
Because when I was in high school, right, all my peers, that same best friend I was talking to you, Crystal, I'll say her name, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. She used to get to go to Juve, and she would come telling me like, she went blah blah, and I would be so like wow, you get to do that, like look, kind of jealous of you, like damn, I wish I was you. And like, how in my mind I was like, how could your parents let you do something like that? Because and like that's the thing, she would go with her family, and it would be like a whole family experience, and that is beautiful. That is beautiful. So it's like, why can't it be Carnival? I tell you, I call Carnival wine and charm, right? But it's not just that, wine and
like
charm.
You could do that, but
correct,
that's not all that it is.
Freedom. And I think as a child, especially growing up, living in Trinidad, I think it's very important if you have a child to let them get exposed to Carnival and know exactly what Carnival is. Because when you go out there, I'm telling you, every single time around Carnival, even though I don't participate, the air feels different. Like sometimes my pores will raise just listening to the music and seeing people enjoy themselves. And even though I'm not taking part, I still feel happy for them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What I love is that even though we both grew up religious, like we did not, like, some people, they kind of adopt their family's beliefs. They sort of say the same thing. So now you have a child who's kind of like Carnival, like, no, but I love that we both remain like curious and open to it. Like I actually remember there's something we were doing in drama class. We had to, I can't remember the context of it, boy, but the teacher said something about Carnival. I think she asked us if we ever went, or she wanted us to do something Carnival related. And like I had to say, well, I don't know anything about that, or I don't have experience with that because of my religion. And she went off on me talking about Carnival have nothing to do with religion. And she's right, because she knew the history of it in terms of this is what it actually represents. This is freedom. This is ancestral practice. So she was going off on me, and I was like feeling so shamed. But like, that wasn't my fault. Like, I can't control this. Like, this is something I don't know about and don't have experience with, because that is my family situation. But yeah, I always still had that like curiosity. Like my curiosity never died.
Yeah.
And I played Juve once,
Mm-hmm.
and it was good. It was good. I would do it again. Like,
Yeah.
after that one time, like, that's my only like carnival experience. But I want to like have an experience for myself, because the person that I went with, like, you know, I went with my best friend actually, but I mean the person that like introduced me to it
Yeah.
was not like a safe person. So I kind of associate that with them in a way.
Right. I understand.
Yeah, because they were very, very involved in the like planning of the Juvie. Like, that's their thing.
Okay.
So the band that, yeah. So I want to start over in a way. So that's why I'm like, okay, I want to start with the Kambule. I want
Right.
to start there. I want to do traditional mass, and then I'll kind of work my way up on my own, having these experiences. Like, at some point, I'll go and play Juve again, but it will be on my terms with my people.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like writing my own story and having the full knowledge of what this is, what it represents, and doing it with that intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think knowing the history makes you appreciate carnival definitely on a different level.
100%.
And not everybody, unfortunately, knows the history of carnival. A lot of tourists don't know
Yeah.
the history of carnival and why we even celebrate it. But it's because it's such a beautiful thing and what this country went through.
Yeah.
And everybody deserves carnival in their life. And like, I'm not talking about like the event specifically, like just like
Yeah, that-
everybody deserves to express themselves freely. At
and-
least everybody goes through shit, and it's good to know that a lot of people wait till carnival to truly just, they know they
like,
have
yeah.
these 2 days to just
Free up, let
Be.
everything go. Yeah.
yeah, and that's a beautiful thing.
That's powerful.
What other, yes, I know Brazil and other countries have like Brazil has a huge carnival.
Yeah.
But I mean, Trinidad's carnival is solely Trinidad's carnival. We have our
Very
own,
unique.
correct.
Yeah.
And like, what other country gives you 2 days? And since
Just
the year start, hey, come in. Hey, hi. Masha, if you're seeing this, we love you. Masha,
I mean,
we love everybody.
yeah.
Masha, I'm not watching this.
I like.
One could only hope. You'll know our names soon, Marshall. I'm telling you, you will know.
Write it in stone. Yeah.
Exactly.
Marshall will know our names.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
do you like any particular soca artist? Like, I know you mentioned Marshall,
Yeah.
but I actually don't listen to a lot of his music.
Really?
Yeah.
I really like soca. I feel like I do go out my way to really listen to a lot of soca because I hear it so much on the radio.
Right.
But I think I think my favorite artist will probably be Kes. Because I
Okay.
think Kes makes a lot of versatile music.
Right.
Not just like the jump up.
Yeah.
Kes, I really love Kes. He has like, it's just his voice and the melodies. It's
So
more like
sweet.
groovy, and I really like it. I also recently have been. This isn't really soca, but they sang a soca song. Freetown Collective.
Yeah. I was gonna say them.
recently
Yeah.
Been getting into Freetown Collective,
I
and
love
oh
them.
my gosh,
Yeah. All of their music is good.
yeah, like, correct me if I pronouncing your name wrong. I don't know if it's Mohammed or Muhammad. His voice, oh my gosh, it raises my pause.
I love artists who you could feel the spirit in it. And you see how I talk about like the history of carnival and the spirit of it, that and like,
Yes.
that resonating with me. That is why I like Freetown, because you
Yeah.
get that, like, yeah, this is not just a just a soca song. I say
Yes.
that lightly or whatever.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
feel the energy, like they mean what they say. The spirit is real in that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I recently listened to an interview they did on the radio, and I think it was just Muhammad, and he was talking about how they never tried to conform
Yes.
into that soca carnival
Yeah.
to say theme.
And I love
He's like, imagine we singing about wine and jam, something like that, and he was like, that's not gonna happen. That's not true to them.
Yeah.
Right, but he's just like, they stuck true to themselves.
Yeah, big up them for
right?
that.
And even though he might seem weird, he's like, he know he's weird, right? He's like, even though he might seem weird, that's fine because
Yeah,
they
that's
stuck
who he
with
is.
it. And they opened for they like did international shows, and they've been doing
Yeah.
their shit. They've
Yeah.
been doing
Yeah.
their shit. And
Big in the dance for real.
yeah, and I love to see that. I just love to see that. Freetown, if
Authenticity,
you
man.
live in, if you listen, everybody have to listen. Yeah, everybody have to listen. But yeah, I kind of
I like voice as well.
Yes.
I like Marge Blackman.
Oh, yes.
Similarly
her
in terms of
voice.
Freetown, in terms of like
Yes.
that spirit, like, oh, Marge, I love you.
She's actually sang a soca song this year, something of Stars Align or something like that. And
Yes.
oh my gosh, I never heard this on the radio, but I heard a snippet of it on TikTok where she was, and I went to YouTube and I listened. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's so good.
I like her song Colors. I don't know if you know that one, but yeah, Marge, big up her.
The
But yeah,
Black
that's the kind of
Ones.
music. Yeah,
The Black Ones. I think the Black Ones
Yeah.
are great.
bro, I listened to an old Nyla song the other day. I said Baila, that's the name of it.
Nyla, I love you the most. Listen, I saw again carried away talking about, like, I feel like I saw again. So
Give in.
listen, Nyla is so pretty.
She is.
Oh my
She is.
god, she's a goddess. I saw her perform for my work thing last year, my Christmas thing.
Right.
And like, she was even more enticing in person, I swear. That girl danced in heels this tall. Like,
That's
and
crazy.
She
Yeah,
like stand up on his step and like push it back, and I'm like, anyways, I was enticed. Had me looking
I love that for you. Heart palpitating.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see her perform live, because I similarly this year have seen like videos of her, and I, even though I'm familiar with her, like I've never interacted with like visual content of her performing, and I saw a video and I was like, oh, this must be going on.
Yeah.
This is what be going on. But no, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
And she's sweet. Like she has a nice energy. Like she seems very
does.
kind.
Yes.
Big up, Nyla.
She could
Who
dance.
else, boy? It have this song. Who sang that song, boy? It's Touchdown by, it's like Touchdown. I don't know. I can't remember who sang that song, but that song has been rocking on my back.
Touchdown. When he plays
Is that
touchdown,
Bungie?
something felt.
No. Nothing serious. I don't want some drama. Mama. Go down.
You play.
Go down, go down, go
I
down.
have no idea what song you're talking about.
Take me to the ground.
I have no
How you
idea.
moving? I like that. I like that. Like me lose control when you out of control, girl.
You've been releasing a soca.
No, listen. That song, my head
I
doesn't
had to give it a listen because I
Fatal.
don't think I know it.
shake when I listen to that. Like, nah. That's how I get on bad. But sometimes the music does just be on shuffle, and when that come on, I
Yeah.
say, you know what? Let me go and listen to that Private Ryan mix. That one mix from
DJ Private Ryan.
in my room, sweaty. But yeah, soca. I just have to be in a specific mood to listen to it. But when I am, yeah, I'm like, I've talked a bit about my connection to dance. I love to dance, and I find that I go into flow state when I dance. Like at some point, like I'm not thinking, like my body just moving. Like dance is very spiritual for me in that way. Like,
yeah.
and soca is like one of those things where you just feel like very like spiritually led when you're
Yeah.
dancing to soca.
You right.
Like I'm not even there. Like I'm not even trying to move my body. Just that ass just shaking.
We love that. We love that. I just shake the entire mic. Sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, that's carnival, that's soca, that's music.
Dancing for me. I'm sorry. I need to get a drink before I dance. Because I don't know, like for some reason, my mind feels like yes and my body is like no. My mind is telling me yes, my body is telling me no. But seriously, I don't know. I feel like that is a part of my confidence that I'm yet to not yet to build, but just working on it.
I was gonna ask, right? So like if you listen to music alone in your room, like soca and something, like is it easy for you to dance then?
Sometimes.
Or is it the same like rigidity?
It's the same, I feel like. Sometimes I just
because I was gonna ask if it's like being around people now.
Sometimes like I might just like in my room like dance and look myself and be like, what are you doing? Because I'm not looking right. I'm even ashamed to say. Although I would say though, sometimes not that I can't dance, I just need to like I'm in my head too much, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's always the problem. The last time that I fully brocked out, family, if you listen to this, don't listen to this. The last mixings there was on the boat.
It's always on a boat, you know.
It's always on a boat.
Shaking ass on a yacht.
Listen, I was even surprised with myself. The way how I was holding on to that rhythm. I was like, whoa. Right? And that was the last time I was like, honest, I was feeling like I can't dance, but I can't dance.
Yeah.
You know? But
just to bring out that.
Yeah. But sometimes that was the last time I fully, and that was a while. That was like not last year, the November before that. So that was
right
a while ago.
Yeah. Bring back reeling, holding, shaking Amirah. Petitions of bring back Amirah 2026 or 2027.
If you're having a boat party and want to invite me,
call up.
Want to invite us.
Yeah, call up the unfiltered girlies if you have a boat.
Vibes. We bring.
Don't set the expectation too high.
Have the vibes. We have the vibes.
We do.
I'm going to say more, and I was like, full stop. We bring the vibes.
We're bringing some vibes. Some vibes.
I mean, you and I combined.
Yeah,
that's the vibes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So,
you and I.
Even if it's near a boat party, and so too, if you want to give us comps. Anyway, sorry. Why is turning to me talking about so too? Because I love you all so much. Anyways, with me boy. I'm reaching out to everybody.
No, literally, like we have a list of like, see, we call so too. We call mixed things. Mention mixed things. We call mixed things.
Oh wait, I'm on the committee for mixed things.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. When is the next mixed things?
I don't know. We're talking about after.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the carnival. So I have a hot take I want to share.
Yeah.
So because we're talking about carnival has kind of, I don't want to say lost its touch, but it's very different from what it was to what it is now. And I feel like carnival, a lot of people has been saying that, carnival has become so expensive that they just can't afford it anymore, and that's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now, I agree, right? But I think carnival doesn't have to be expensive. However, it has become way more exclusionary. But like you said, there's a lot of material this year on carnival, right?
Yeah.
You said there's 3 films for $60.
Well, it's 6.
Oh, it's 6.
3 of them. Is it 6? It might have been 7. Because I think they counted all the mass prep videos as one film.
Right. Okay.
So 6 in general, title wise. Something like that. But yeah, mass and movies is what it's called. There in general there's a lot of stuff out now, and you were talking about people doing stuff for free. I know there's a pay what you can something,
Yes,
I think
bring
you
your
could
mask.
go on, you could carry your own materials, or you could just show up however you want to show up, pay literally whatever you can,
That's
and
true.
take part in mass.
I saw it's you actually getting goodie bags and all of that too.
Yeah,
But it's just a limited.
Yeah, it's Berkeley Carnival Revolution or something like that.
That's great.
Yeah,
think
and I
that's a great
love to see
initiative.
that. Yeah, especially in this time where more information is available.
Yeah.
So people know, because I mean, I think people might vaguely know, we studied this in school, probably the history of Carnival, but to see more people like passionately put out like, hey, this is the roots, this is the origin, this is what this is about, this is what this character is about, this is what this is based in, this is the history, like so much history is out right now. I feel like the younger generation especially might be inspired to, hey, let me, instead of doing like pretty mass, let me try traditional mass. Let me go to this mass camp. You could pay what you're able to and have this experience that is. This might be controversial to say, but I was gonna say have an experience that is more rewarding or fulfilling, maybe than. I think it's up to the person. If you are somebody that cares about history, the history behind things, you might find traditional mass more fulfilling for you than just pretty mass and crossing the stage and
Yeah, I agree. There's also the Flavor Village in Savannah. Savannah.
That is free.
There is. Well, I mean, you have to buy your own food.
Right? But you like, get a kind of experience.
Entire and really nice setup with the sign and everything. There's performances. I think it's like every night or every other night. And it's like the biggest artists coming to perform multiple, many of them. It's like a fete in there every single night.
So there's ways to have the experience that don't require you to pelt out a lot of money. Like it doesn't have to be something expensive.
There's also the Carnival Burnouts. I know Scotch is doing one, Ojo. And it's really like a full-on fete.
Yeah.
And you get giveaways, like they're sponsors for these things. So like when they're doing a break, like an exercise break, you can go and get your little goodies and snacks and all that. And again, you don't have to pay any money to go to these things.
Exactly.
Right?
I think that's important, is seeing what's available, not just seeing like, these big bands and I want to play with a big band but I'm not able to afford this financially, so I guess no carnival for me. Like no. There is stuff out there. There is spaces out there where you can have the experience. You can get into the energy. You could be free, which is what Carnival is about. It's about the freedom and the authentic expression. So whatever avenue is created for you to have that, like take the opportunities. Yeah.
And I think, like, yes, realistically, these big bands, it has to be expensive. Now, when I say that, creativity wise, these people, y'all don't know how sometimes people should be charging more, because people, that's your entire design. It goes a lot into creating a carnival band and everything that goes behind it. It's the food, it's the trucks, it's the organizers, it's the sound, it's so many things that people don't even think about, right? And so sometimes you with a band and so how much ever costumes and whatever, they are hand, you doing everything by hand, like in some of these bands, like this is people, all those costumes came from someone's hair. And
your original design, literally wearing designer.
Correct, you are. Just like some patents are selling for $10,000-$20,000. Like it's the same thing. People are taking their designs and putting it out there for you. And you are telling me you can get a costume for like say $8,000, right? That's the costume.
And the bag and
the bag. The drinks, the food, because they get in lunch and all of that. All of that for that price? Come on.
Yeah. Do people keep their costumes? I think so, yeah.
Yes.
You should.
But there's also some people, and also there's like a recycle thing I saw where you can put it in like this huge bin where like they recycle the materials.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that's really great.
Because I wanted to, because I was curious about that. I'm like, you're buying a new costume every year, so what happened with the old one? Like, it makes sense to keep it if you pay so much money for it. But the recycling thing is good too, especially if you know, realistically, I probably not going to use this again. Yeah.
I see sometimes they give little kids it as well who go to like watch mass on like
Yeah.
a Monday or Tuesday. And I think that's really cute, you know? Yeah. Wow.
My hot take was similar in terms of the capitalistic side of things, and moving from what it once was in terms of the tradition and the history, but also seeing that, but then thinking, well, your ancestors are probably fine with it anyway because you still maintained the core of it, which is freedom, authentic expression in whatever way. That was the way that they did it, but the reason was, hey, we deserve to be here, we deserve to take up space, we deserve to make noise and be free and whatever. And they did that in the way that they saw fit, and now we're doing that in the way that we see fit. So my hot take is maybe lukewarm. So I'm like, I want people to get into the history of it. I want people to, kind of look back and see, okay, I'm doing this. Why am I doing it? Where did it come from? Who do I owe this privilege to?
Yeah.
And honoring that. So it doesn't matter who you're playing mass with. It doesn't matter if you're doing traditional mass. It doesn't matter if you're doing pretty mass. It doesn't matter if you're just going to a fete. But, be able to just honor, like, hey, the people that came before me made this possible. That's it. Like, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't mean you have to go and make a costume and, just that respect.
That's true. I think, like, you could, even though, again, you can't play in a band, just go watch. Go on the road.
Yeah.
You could still go on the road. You can't go inside the ropes, but you can still go
be there, and you'll still be part of the energy in that way.
If you want to drink, there's drinks selling on the side of the road. There's food selling on the side of the road.
Drink and come.
Correct. You can put on whatever you want. You can create whatever you want. Put it on and go out there on the road. Like, you're free to do that if you will. I would say too, like, a lot of people don't have outlets. And Carnival is a huge outlet in itself. Imagine, for 2 days straight, right?
You could wear what you want.
You could wear what you want without the fear of being judged. That's the only time Trinidadians wouldn't say nothing about what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Right? Wear what you want. You could behave how you want. You could behave wasty. Nobody not going to tell you not anything. And that's a lot of people look forward to that because a lot of people...
The suppression.
Yeah. And...
you're a little feisty and you just bottling it.
Again, it's the same core values as it was a good long time. Like, because people so oppressed, people still oppressed now.
Yeah.
And it's the
oppressed
same...
in different ways. But capitalism is an oppressive system.
It is. And we are still facing a lot of the same issues we were then.
Nothing
it just
changed.
Looks a little bit different sometimes, but
we're in different chains.
Yeah, it's still the same thing, and people just want to be free.
Yeah,
and
you see that
sometimes a simple thing as having a peace of mind. I think you guys know how good a peace of mind feels like. So imagine you feeling so oppressed and you feeling so like. So just like down because of life in general, and you have this outlet to go and just do whatever you want and just be. That's the thing, just be. And people sometimes you take for granted how, like, sometimes I don't know.
You just check out.
Yeah, like I was going down. Like I don't know. Sometimes we forget that. We so caught up with society and everything, we forget that sometimes we just need to take a break from it all and just let go and just be. That's simply, but
I understand. It's accepting the privilege of what it is to have that moment of freedom.
Yeah.
Especially us, like, coming from a background where we did not have that opportunity to even taste freedom or look at it, much less be a part of it. And we're coming and we're saying honor that, like, make the most of it, like, really just immerse yourself in what it means to be free, even if it's just representation of freedom in a way. Like, you know, you still had to go back to life after, but
Of
you know,
course.
enjoy freedom when you get it. And I definitely used to be jealous of people like who could, you know, be a part of Carnival and thing. And even just like people who were enthusiastic about like, yeah, Carnival and the Carnival spirit, and
Yeah.
you know, that they just feel it and they could tell that it's something that really means a lot to them. Like, you could tell it's coming from their heart when they talk about Carnival and what it means to them. And I used to be like, damn, like I wish I could like really experience this so that I could
Yeah.
feel what they feel when they say
True.
that. So yeah, like if you don't have any limitations, go out there, have fun, be free, express yourself. Express yourself.
Yeah. That just started playing in the back of my head. Like, damn. That was a good advertisement. I talking so much away from you, Mike. Damn, I hope you all heard me. Express yourself.
Express yourself.
But yeah, everybody needs to express themselves. It's crucial.
In a way that is authentic to them.
Correct.
Like, let's talk about this. Because Carnival is not a performance.
No.
So, like, even for you who are like, you know, you feel like you're not dancing the way you want to dance, don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
worry.
true. Because you could dance in a way that feels acceptable for you.
For you, and it doesn't need to be
acceptable for anybody else.
You know what I think? The rise in like videography and like people like capturing these things, even though
The
not to say they didn't have-
over-sexualization of Carnival.
Oh God.
Carnival.
That's a whole thing. Yeah, you make it your goal to go out and like get videos of people getting on Wasi or whatever. But anyway, I was talking about capturing images of things, right? So you feel like when you go to a party or whatever, you immediately, like, if you know that your dancing is not up to society standards, right? You feel like, oh gosh, what if somebody get a video of me? Like, what if this end up on News Before News, or it would be NYOB? And I'm on social media and like people talking about it or whatever. Like, it feels like, yes, we created this space for us to be free, but now there's things within this space that makes me feel like I can't be free. In
Yeah.
one space that I'm supposed to be free, I can't.
Yeah, that's true. I think it has also become very commercialized, and
Yeah, definitely.
as people, a lot of people, it's just a lot. My brain just gonna like overload just now, but
Be like that. It's a lot.
it is a lot. But just go out on the road and have fun, and
Moral of the story, yeah.
don't study nobody.
Yeah.
Mind your own business. Mind your own business
Yeah.
and just have fun.
I think even with the risk of, oh, somebody might capture me and I might not be down to the best, I think there's power in expressing yourself with the added risks. It will feel scary, but I think after you're there for a while and you start to really free up and thing,
You'll enjoy yourself more without that thing in the back of your mind, like,
Yeah.
oh, somebody's watching me, this
Yeah.
or the other. Yeah.
eventually,
definitely.
like you said, this is the road. From the time you reach here and you're tripping and you're dancing, you don't forget about camera and thing. Like the rest of the way, you good. It's just freedom. It's just that.
It's just freedom.
Just that.
And I hope y'all have a great carnival.
Yeah.
Because enjoy
Have
it
fun for us.
me
Yeah.
And really fun.
Yeah. For different reasons. Like, I hope to be working at some carnival events. Hire me to do massage.
Higher.
Yeah.
Sacred touch.
Yeah.
Today. Please.
Today. Yeah. So that's I need to get my money up. Like, I will party next year or something.
Yeah. Catch Unfiltered on the road next year for carnival.
Idea.
Who wants us in their bands? Lost Tribe?
Yeah, let me check Lost Tribe of the list.
Hearts. Bliss. I know limited bands, okay?
No, real.
Tribe.
Tribe twice.
Anyway, I'm not speaking about that on camera right now. Not. No, bad Amirah.
That's a wrap.
Sorry, I get carried away sometimes. And I catch myself being bad.
Don't apologize for who you are. Never apologize.
Sorry, it's just that off topic, right? But some people just, I think some people really be rage beating, right?
Yeah,
and
it's a strategy.
like, but I can't understand how, because how I could go on the internet, right, and just know I doing shit,
Literally.
right, and I keep on doing shit. I'm like, well, no, this is me, and then it hurts my head, but they don't hurt my head because I don't take nobody serious on the internet. It's not like I don't keep up like with celebrity shit and like
Right.
all these Trini madness that is be going on. If I happen to like come across a video on TikTok,
Right.
like that's fine, right? But sometimes it's just like, how that person can get so much views and
Because people like shit.
I should.
No.
Sorry.
Get the camera.
Yo, I'm going off the rails today. I'm going off the rails today. Clearly.
We gotta get you.
Clearly.
Like, yeah, I'm here out of the studio. We gotta go. We gotta call it a night.
Carnival fat.
To
Maybe I need that carnival fat to
Yeah,
free
let
up.
that
Who
energy,
knows?
you know? Link the girl on a little comp now. As we start.
You'll
Be who you are.
I was trying to think of a song, but it didn't come to my head. Anyways, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's
it's been, yo.